Welcome back to Halftime Report on CNBC-TV18. Let's put the spotlight on IKS Health. They reported their Q2 numbers. Strong set of numbers that came in Q2 FY26. Revenue growth of 21%. We're seeing EBITDA margin see an improvement as well. What is the outlook of the company? What is doing well for the company? Let's bring on board Sachin Gupta, founder and global CEO of the company. Sachin, good afternoon. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us on the show. Let's start by talking about the growth that we're seeing coming in, right? Because in the last few quarters, you were managing in that 15 to 16% growth in terms of revenues. This time, 21-22% in that range where the revenue growth is coming at. So one, what has driven the growth this time? Was it mainly because of the recent acquisitions? And also, is this 21% growth is what is going to be the new normal now?
All right, thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure always. So on the growth, we've been always guiding that our TAM, which is a very large $260 billion TAM, of which $34 billion has been outsourced so far, is actually growing at 12%. And our thinking has been that as long as we grow faster than 12%, we are capturing market share versus losing market share. And our thinking is this is a multi-decadal unlock of the balance of the big TAM that exists. And so, you obviously saw there was constant currency growth in the 13-14% range in the first 3 quarters after we went public. This time in the constant currency US dollar terms, the growth is 17%. In INR terms, it's 22%. So it's right in line with some of what we had thought. And the drivers are purely organic, by the way. There's no inorganic growth whatsoever. And really, this is in spite of the fact that we are continuing to cut a set of customers that are relatively smaller in size from an acquisition that we had done about 2 years ago. So in spite of that headwind of intentionally cutting small customers, we've been able to deliver this growth. And again, a quarterly growth number is something that I don't want to react too much to it. We're still focused on this very large macro opportunity of the unlocking of the TAM from the 34 billion to 260 billion that we think we're going to be a part of here over the next couple of decades.
Okay. Hi, Sachin. Welcome to the show. This is Ekta. Just wanted to get a sense, because your press release indicates that you've significantly accelerated the execution of your AI strategy. You've also appointed a new chief AI officer as well. Just give us a sense in terms of what kind of investments you're making. How are you exactly integrating this AI strategy, and when will it probably show in your P&L?
Yeah, no, hi. I think AI actually is taking our platform from that human-led tech in the loop that we had to do all these 16 tasks to an AI native agentic platform is one of the 5 core vectors of our strategy. And we're very happy to report that we've got some real momentum going. You might have also seen a press release recently that was endorsed by Google Cloud, where we've created the first of its kind in the industry, an encounter to reimbursement, interconnected, agentic, largely autonomous workflow platform, which takes 4 of the most strenuous tasks in the physician's workflow and totally eliminates them for the physicians, driving both clinical and financial benefits. And so that's a big testament to our AI strategy. And like you mentioned, our chief AI officer, Ajay Sehgal, who just joined us recently, ex-Microsoft, is really bringing a lot of that acceleration. And the reality is, because our pricing model, Ekta, is outcome-based, as we drive more and more AI penetration in our platform, all of that reduction of human task results in bottom line benefits, which is why you've seen, the sharp increase in our margins to the 35% odd EBITDA levels that we witnessed this quarter. So right in line with our strategy, AI is a core vector of our business execution strategy, and we're happy to note some significant progress on that front.
All right. So, AI is a core growth vector for you. What about Western Washington Medical Group? My colleague did ask you about that, but I believe you skipped that. If you could tell us what the incremental revenues from that deal have been so far. Have you started to realize synergies?
Yeah, so Manglam, thank you for asking about that. I missed that. So yeah, Western Washington is moving exactly as per plan. And, the full platform is being implemented there. It's on schedule. And, I think we'll be able to track performance over a period of time. We don't want to go into deal-specific numbers, Manglam. We never really do that. But the strategic importance of Western Washington is that we are implementing our full manifest of the platform there, just like we've done on 2 or 3 other deals we've announced recently. But equally importantly, we are actually on the Western Washington MSO cap table, which creates an additional pool of economics for us as we drive profitability in that MSO. So the strong profit performance that we've delivered this quarter actually is in spite of a small minority loss that has come from that MSO's P&L to us, about 1 crore odd. But that is right in line with our strategy, and our current economics do not include any benefits of that second pool of economics. So as those start to show up as per our plan over the next few quarters, that will be a further accelerant to our profit.
The street is loving what you're saying, because the stock was higher, but now as you're talking about all these opportunities and growth here, it's moved to the high point of trade, and this in an otherwise wobbly market. There you have it, 6.5%. So what about new clients? How many have you added this quarter? What's your plan here over the next couple of quarters?
Yeah, so we've announced 4 new clients this quarter that we've publicly released. Very exciting clients. One is one of the largest health systems in the US called Advent Health, where they were a client of the company we acquired 2 years ago. Now, one of our biggest growth thesis is being able to cross-sell our platform into the legacy Acuity customer base. So Advent is a fine example of that. We've done a platform deal with Revere Health, one of the largest multi-specialty groups in the state of Utah. Another very interesting customer addition. And then Jackson Clinic, which is also one of the largest multi-specialty groups in the state of Tennessee, is a large acquisition. And then last but not the least, a very exciting leading cardiology group in the country that has embraced our platform as their entire core operating chassis in a 10-year commitment is the 4th one. So strong customer acquisition momentum across the board.
Sachin, just a quick one. Given that United Health is your client, I believe recently one of their companies had launched something more related to AI and new digital side. Does that in any way impact the company, or how does it work now with your deal as well then?
Thank you for the question. Somebody asked that on the earnings call as well. So essentially, when you think of United Group, one of their subsidiaries is a company called Optum Insight. That has another subsidiary called Optum 360, and they bring all these technologies for the hospital market. Now, as you remember, we are very focused on the physician market, and they have a $100 billion business called Optum Health, which is the largest employer of physicians in America. That $100 billion business is actually our client, and that's where we provide our physician platform to Optum Health, which is very different from the platform that they've launched for the hospital business in Optum 360, where they are a provider to hospital services, to hospital enterprises. So really no direct conflict there. And, obviously, as you've seen, United Healthcare is under a lot of pressure to continue to drive more efficiency in their business, and that Optum Health subsidiary is our large client that we work with. So we continue to see robust momentum there as we continue to enhance various features of our physician plan.
Sure. All right, Sachin, run out of time, but not out of questions. So I'm sure we'll revisit this conversation later. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that's IKS Health. As you can see, the stock has moved up during the conversation, actually, and the stock is in fact at the high point of the day, up around 6.6%. We'll take a short break, move away from equities for a bit. We have Manisha Gupta, who will be joining in to take us through a conversation with Jeffrey Christian of CPM Group.